Bugungi darsimizda Cambridge 11 test 3 section 1 analizini ko'rib chiqamiz. Test 3 listening section 1 questions 1 to 10. Questions 1 to 6 will have multiple choice questions. Multiple choice qiziqarli section 1 da free activities in Burnham area. Burnham areadagi tekin activitylar haqida gapirishamiz. Example answer: caller wants to find out what the events on. Demak, qaysi kundagi eventlar haqida topib olmoqchi, ma'lumot olmoqchi. 27, 28, 29 javob 29 bo'lar ekan. Test shuni topdik. Mana. Xo'p, keyingisi. The family welcome event in the art gallery begins at demak o'qisida family welcome eventi qachon boshlanar ekan? 10 da, 10:30 da yoki 2 da. Film that is now shown in the family welcome event is about demak nima haqida ekan film? Sculpture, painting, ceramics maybe. When do most of the free concerts take place? Qachon ko'pchiligi free konsertlarning ko'pchiligi bo'ladi? Morning, lunchtime, evening ko'ramiz. Where will the 4 p.m. concert of Latin American music take place? To'rtdagi Latin American music qayerda bo'lar ekan? Museum, theater, library. Boat race begins at qachon qayerda boshlangan ekan? Boat race, Summer Pool, Charles Ward Bridge, Alfred Marina. One of the boat races teams, demak o'qisida boat race teamlarning yana bittasi regional competition earlier this year, shu yil oldinroq regional competition yutibdi. Represented the region in the national competition da represent qilgan regionni has won several regional competitions. Bir nechta regional competitionlarni yutgan. Osonga o'xshayapti. O'qib oldik, endi savollarni eshitishimiz va javob berishimiz kerak bo'ladi. Hamma qismni tushundinglar degan umidaman. Shu hamma so'zlarni bilmasanglar birinchi navbatda yodlab oling, chunki agar bu so'zlarni bilmasdan bu testni bajarib bo'lmaydi. Testni bajarish iloji yo'q. Shuni ham o'qib olish kerak, bajarish kerak. O'qib oling.
Section 1. You will hear a woman telephoning a tourist office to ask about free activities. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 6.
O'qib olasizlar.
It has been done for
28th.
And I questions 1 to 6.
Boshlaylik. Birdan oldigacha ketdik.
Good morning, this is Burnham Tourist Office, Martin speaking.
Oh, hello. I saw a poster about free things to do in the area, and it said people should phone you for information. I'm coming to Burnham with my husband and 2 children for a few days on June the 27th, or possibly the 28th, and I'd like some ideas for things to do on the 29th.
Yes, of course. Okay.
O'z ko'rgazma 27-28 da boryapmiz. 29 da tekin bo'ladigan eventlarni bilishni xohlayman-da. Mana June 27, 28 da borishimiz mumkin. I'd like some ideas for things to do on the 29th. 29 da nima qilishimiz mumkin? O'sha narsa haqida ma'lumot bera olasizmi deb so'radi.
Then let's start with a couple of events especially for children. The art gallery is holding an event called Family Welcome that day, when there are activities and trails to use throughout the gallery.
That sounds interesting. What time does it start?
The gallery opens at 10 and the Family Welcome event runs from 10:30 until 2 o'clock. The gallery stays open until 5, and several times during the day they're going to show.
Qisqasi ko'rganingizdek 10 da ochiladi dedi, 10:30 da boshlanadi Family Welcome, 2 gacha davom etadi dedi. Xo'p. Gallery opens at 10. Family Welcome event runs from 10:30 until 2 o'clock dedi. Javob demak o'qisunda 2 o'clock emas, 2 o'clock da tugaydi, 10 da ochiladi, 10:30 da boshlanadi. B bo'ldi.
A short film that the gallery has produced.
Short film.
It demonstrates how ceramics are made, and there'll be equipment and materials for children to have a go themselves. Last time they ran the event, there was a film about painting, which went down very well with the children, and they're now working on one about sculpture.
I like the
Xo'p, hozir ceramics haqida video bor, ceramicslar ham bor, xomashyo bor. Bolalar o'ziga go qilish mumkin, try qilib ko'rish mumkin. O'tgan safar paintingda qilgandi, hozir sculpture dayni tayyorlayapti. Sculpture keyingi martaga tayyor bo'ladi demoqchi. Demak shu. The gallery stays open till 5 at several times during the day. They are going to show a short film that the gallery has produced. It demonstrates how ceramics are made. There will be equipment and material for children to have a go. Last time Hop, about painting, hozir they're now working on the sculpture. Sculpture bo'lmaydi, painting bo'lmaydi, ceramics bo'ladi. Keyingiga o'tamiz.
Sound of that. And what other events happen in Burnham?
Well, do you all enjoy listening to music?
Oh, yes.
Well, there are several free concerts taking place at different times, 1 or 2 in the morning, the majority at lunchtime, and a couple in the evening. And they range from pop.
O'z ko'rgazda 1 or 2 in the morning, majority at lunchtime, a couple of in the evening dedi. Javob lunchtime bo'ladi, B bo'ladi. Hop, several free concerts taking place at different times, 1 or 2 in the morning, majority ko'pchilik in lunchtime and couple in the evening bo'ladi. Shuning uchun ham javob B.
Music to Latin American.
The Latin American could be fun. What time is that?
It's been repeated several times in different places. They're performing in the Central Library at 1 o'clock. Then at 4 it's in the City Museum. And in the evening at 7:30 there's a longer concert in the theatre.
O'z ko'rgazda birda live Latin American music turli xil joylarda bo'ladi dedi. Birda soat libraryda bo'ladi, theatrda 7:30 kechqurunda, muzeyda soat 4da bo'ladi dedi. Latin American could be fun, being repeated several times. Central Library at 1 o'clock, then at 4 in the City Museum, and in the evening at 7:30, longer concert in the theater library chiqib ketdi, javob museum bo'ldi.
Right. I'll suggest that to the rest of the family.
Something else you might be interested in is the boat race along the river.
Oh, yes. Do tell me about that.
The race starts at Offord Marina to the north of Burnham and goes as far as Summer Pool. The best place to watch it from is Charlesworth Bridge, though that does get...
O'z ko'rgazda Offord Marinadan boshlanadi, Charlesworth Bridgegacha, Summer Poolgacha boradi. Eng zo'r joy ko'rish uchun Charlesworth Bridge dedi. Shuning uchun ham javob Offord Marina. There's race starts at Offord Marina, goes as far as Summer Poolgacha boradi. Eng zo'r joy Charlesworth Bridge da ko'rgan yaxshi dedi. Shuning uchun ham javob C.
Rather crowded.
And who's taking part?
Well, local boat clubs, but the standard is very high. One of them came first in the West of England Regional Championship in May this year. It was the first time a team from Burnham has won. It means that next year they'll be representing the region in the National Championship.
O'z ko'rgazda one of them dedi, shu yil ertaroq mayda yutdi dedi. Bu birinchi marta edi, shuning uchun several emas. Ikkinchi yilda represent qiladi national competition dedi. Shuning uchun ham javob A bo'ldi. Of local boat clubs, standard is very high. One of them came first in the West of England regional competition in May this year. It was the first time a team from Burnham has won. Next year they will be representing the region. Job BC chiqib ketdi, javob A bo'ladi. Keyingiga o'tamiz. 7 to 10, one word only, filling gaps. Paxton Nature Reserve. Paxton is good place for seeing rare all year round. Demak, yil bo'yi rare, ya'ni redki bo'lgan nimadir ko'rishga yaxshi joy ekan. It's particularly good time for seeing certain unusual. Demak, hozir o'sha aytilgan vaqt yaxshi joy, yaxshi vaqt ekan. Noodatiy nimadir ko'rish uchun visitors will be able to learn about and then collect some. Demak, o'shunda visitorlar nima haqida o'rganish imkoniyatiga ega bo'ladi, ularni collect qilishi mumkin. Part of the nima yig'ishi mumkin. Part of the has been made suitable for swimming. Demak, nimanidir bir qismi suzish uchun suitable qilib qo'yish uchun, podходящий qilib qo'yishga nima bo'lishi mumkin? Part of the river, part of the lake, part of the sea, qanaqadir water reservoir bo'ladi, bu suvli joy bo'ladi. 9 da endi nimani collect qilish mumkin? U qanaqadir bilmayman, ko'ramiz. Qanaqadir itemda qo'lga chiqadigan item bo'ladi. 8-7 ham shunaqa menimcha. Ko'ramiz, keling endi javoblarni eshitishga, javoblarni topishga harakat qilamiz.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 7 to 10.
Okay.
And answer questions 7 to 10.
Let's go.
Now, I've heard something about Paxton Nature Reserve. It's a good place for spotting unusual birds, isn't it?
That's right, throughout the year.
Okay. It's a good place for spotting birds, unusual birds, isn't it? Dedi. Birds will job. Yeah, dedi, all year round dedi. Birds. Noodatiy qushlarni ko'rish uchun yaxshi joymi dedi? Ha, all year round dedi, butun yil davomida dedi. I've heard something about Paxton Nature Reserve. It's a good place for spotting unusual birds. Unusual degan rare synonym, isn't it? That's right, throughout the year. Shunaqa yil bo'yi.
There's a lake there as well as a river, and they provide a very attractive habitat. So it's a good idea to bring binoculars if you have them. And just at the moment, you can see various flowers that are pretty unusual. The soil at Paxton isn't very common.
Xo'p, just at the moment da hozirda pretty unusual bo'lgan flowerslarni ko'rishim mumkin. Soil qisqasi hozir ko'ramiz. Flowers. Soildan ekan, soil support qilar ekanmi, nima ekan, hozir ko'ramiz. Just at the moment da hozirgina, it's a good time, it's particular good time bu qismda sinonim. You can see various flowers that are pretty unusual. Noodatiy bo'lgan flowerlarni ko'rishingiz mumkin. Soil isn't very common, they're looking good right now. Soil yaxshi emas, common emas, noodatiy, hozir yaxshi ko'rinyapti. Flowers bo'ladi keyingisi.
They're looking good right now.
Right. My husband will be particularly interested in that.
And there's going to be a talk and slideshow about mushrooms, and you'll be able to go out and pick some afterwards and study the different varieties.
Slide and talk about mushrooms, and you will be able to go out and pick the mushrooms. Mushroom degani qo'zg'or degani. And there is going to be talk and slideshow about mushrooms, and you will be able to go out and pick some afterwards and study the different varieties of mushrooms.
Uh-huh. And is it possible for children to swim in the river?
Yes, part of it has been fenced off to make it...
Riverda suzsa bo'ladimi dedi? Ha, part of it has been fenced off dedi. River bo'ladi. Part of the river has been fenced off. Ограждение qilganda bo'ladi degan. Is it possible for children to swim in the river? Part of it has been fenced off to make it safe for children to swim in a river bo'ladi.
Safe for children to swim in. It's very shallow and there's a lifeguard on duty whenever it's open. The lake is too deep, so swimming isn't allowed there.
O'zi ko'rganingizda javob lake deganlar xato qiladi, chunki lake is too deep dedi. Lake juda ham chuqur, swimming allow qilinmagan dedi. Shuning uchun ham bu javob faqatgina river bo'ladi. Shu bilan bu qism o'z nihoyasiga yetdi. Hamma savollarga javoblarni berishga harakat qildik. Hamma javoblarni circle qildik. Oxirgisini qilmayman. River bo'ladi javob. Circle qildik. Unga yordamchi bo'lib kelgan qismlarni underline qildik. O'shalarni o'qishlang kerak. Savollarga javoblarni topish uchun, savollarga javoblarni tushunish uchun birinchi navbatda faqatgina o'sha qismlarni tarjima qilish kifoya bo'ladi. Tarjima qilinglar, mehnat qilinglar, so'zlarni yodlanglar. Listeningdan 9dan 9 chiqadi. Baraka topib ketasizlar agar yaxshi mehnat qiladigan bo'lsanglar. Shu bilan bu qism o'z nihoyasiga yetadi. Kommentda bo'ladi, muammolarda bo'ladigan bo'lsa kommentda qoldirishinglar mumkin. Keyingi qismga o'tamiz. Section 2 ga o'tamiz. Section 2.